This space used to be a horse stable that was built in the 50s. When the new owners took it over, there weren't any horses here. There haven't been horses here since the early 80s. So it was used for storage. They decided, let's do something different with it. Let's turn it into a guest house. When we brought the trades in here to look at the space and go over what we wanted to do, they all kind of looked at me and said, "You want to sleep in here?" And I said yes. But it was great to watch everyone's reactions as the project went on. Being in the country, they do gravitate towards items that are a little bit more antique and rustic, but we also wanted to add a little bit of element of modern to it. We were able to kind of mix in the steel ceiling with the black to bring in a little modern detail. The flooring's unexpected. We did flagstone throughout the entire space, which was a fantastic idea. Ran it up from the fireplace, so it gives a real sense of continuation from the floor all the way up. We decided to keep the original color to try to keep as much authenticity to the stables as possible. I found it worked really nicely with black. It kind of brought down the orange tones in it a little bit. The fireplace is always on. That's what we use to heat the room. We do have reindeer hides on the chairs, which bring in a little bit of that Nordic vibe, and then a lot of soft textures. It's a great space to kind of cozy up and stay warm in the winter. You find your kitchen parties are always based around an island, so that's how we stumbled upon this. So this is kind of an accidental great mistake. The owners had to cut down a tree, so we decided to use the wood that they had to make the tabletop and added just a couple of vintage stools around so that it's a great kind of meeting space in the area. We did the traditional farmer house sink. That's a great focal point under the window. And then the shelving is kind of open, so we've got a lot of great collectibles of antiques and a few new pieces. And those shelves were from the same tree that we cut down as well, so it was a great use of product that we already had. We had a lot of debating back and forth of what we were going to do with the horse stalls. We definitely wanted to keep them intact. We decided to turn those into the bedrooms. They do have the burlap curtains that run on each side of them, so you've got privacy in there if you need it. It's a great kind of space where you can be in the bunk beds or you can be in the other room and you still feel like you're all together. This is kind of a catch-all for anyone who's staying here. What it used to be, though, was the original feeding trough for the horses. So this is where their food was, and that was the water trough. The other element that we decided to keep as well and make a little bit more functional was the stall door facing outside. So we've turned that into a window so that you were able to open that up when you're here and stick your head out like the horses used to. I find adding greenery into any space kind of brings it alive, so decorating for the holidays is even more fun. This space itself lends perfectly to holiday decor.
Would you spend the holidays here?
100%. I love it in here. I never want to leave. It's one of my favorite spaces. You can just cozy up and throw a blanket over you, read a book, have a glass of wine, have some friends over, and it's just such a great, great entertaining space.